If we talk about this today, how to loop during a pushing rally. Personally, I still recommend going for the attack directly. That makes the ball much easier to deal with. Right, because after you serve, once you see your opponent push the ball, that's actually the best ball to attack. But if some of you feel that this ball is difficult to generate friction on, or your serve quality is slightly lower, if you serve like this, he will definitely chop hard against you. But if you serve like this, he won't dare to apply too much force. So when we serve with a push, either we keep getting attacked aggressively, or we should look at our own serve and see if we can strengthen it. Try to make the return easier and lower in quality for yourself. Honestly, let me tell you, even the balls I push myself, I can't always loop them. Because pushing really makes the ball float more and more. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes there's barely any force at all. So the spin changes a lot. That's really how it is. Let's first analyze when it's good to loop. If your serve quality is high, and he gives you this kind of return, can you attack directly? You must loop it. Whether it's a forehand or a backhand attack, you should try to loop directly. If you feel that you absolutely have to push it back, then you're really missing a great attacking opportunity. It's a psychological issue. You miss two loops and then you're afraid to attack anymore. So you become conservative and just try to win the rally, but winning like that is only temporary. To really improve, you need more offense and less defense. Practice more, and gradually you'll be able to loop it. For example, during a pushing exchange. When can you loop? Let's say the two of us are pushing back and forth. When the quality is relatively high. If you loop it, you're really likely to make mistakes. So in this situation, what should we do? I think that during pushing rallies, we should add some variation and stick to the principle of creating lower quality returns to look for an attacking chance. For example, make the opponent push slower, or push the ball higher. Yes, both of these are attackable. These balls are all very easy to loop. If both players are pushing with this kind of quality, whoever loops first will hit the net. The quality is simply too high. So during pushing rallies, you have to look for opportunities. How to make his return slower. How to make his return higher. I can suddenly add more spin. He can only lift the ball. So in this situation, after the first ball with added spin, once he lifts it, this ball is easy to attack. This is much easier than looping under high speed, heavy spin conditions. It's far more manageable. Second, you can create attacking chances through placement and movement. For example, my first push goes here. You see him move. Or you push here. He has to move again. Then you'll have a much better chance to loop. Relatively speaking, once you move him especially to the middle or backhand, the quality of his return will drop. And that gives us a much better opportunity. This is variation in placement. By adding force, you soften his return. And then you get a better chance to attack. Third point. After you finish the push, can you push a non-spin ball? This is extremely useful. This type of ball is heavy spin, using the fingers and wrist. But a ball pushed straight out like this has almost no spin. If he loops it expecting heavy spin, it's very easy for him to go long. So how do we create this no-spin push? Let's look at the backhand first. One way uses the fingers and wrist. This kind where you would spin by grabbing the racket with the fingers and wrist is generally very spinny. When you want to push without spin, don't move the wrist. Use the forearm to push forward. Right, don't use wrist force. No acceleration. Push forward smoothly with the forearm at a constant speed. Just a tiny bit of wrist. No sudden snap, no finger squeeze, keep it even and smooth. From before contact, to the finish. The grip feeling in your hand stays the same. Don't add extra force. Look if he loops my first ball with heavy spin. That's the first spinny one. Now look at the second ball I push out. If he tries to head spin and loop it, it flies straight off. It's actually the same idea as serving no spin. The same applies during pushing rallies. For example, when you and your opponent are pushing, if you suddenly head spin, you may eat your own spin. Right, but if earlier you push a no spin ball, and he pushes it back, it becomes very easy for you to loop. Just like when you serve no spin, he pushes it back, and you can attack very easily. But if you serve with heavy spin, even if he doesn't add much spin, you're still eating your own spin. He sends the spin back to you, and if he can also brush it, the ball becomes even spinier. So in everyday pushing practice, this is the spinny push using fingers and wrist, and this one no fingers or wrist. Just pushing with the forearm. Once he had friction to that, it will definitely fly off. You can all try this yourselves. Combine it with your serve and attack patterns. Because during pushing rallies, the ball gets spinier and spinier. And it's really easy to fail your loop. But if you float or carry the ball for 2 shots, when the spin is weaker, you can attack. Especially for players who are still relatively new, you're always trying to serve with maximum spin, but occasionally serving no spin on purpose, and consciously reducing the spin, can make the return much easier for you to attack. Serving no spin is actually very simple. Just remember, don't accelerate. Remember this feeling. Touch the ball and push it forward. But you must push forward. Otherwise the ball goes into the net. That's the feeling. It's like gently sending the ball over, carrying it across. Sometimes when the spin changes like this, opponents get completely confused. If you always give a lot of spin, your opponent will know to add more friction. If you suddenly give a no spin ball, they are very likely to make a mistake. They will start to doubt their own looping. You can push it over, but it can't be too fake. Don't make it too obvious. This is a float push, this one adds spin. You can have a slight difference. Then the spin on this ball becomes simple. One with spin, one with spin. Then a no spin push. You can just lift your hand and loop it. Yes, very easy to loop. Everyone can try this. So in a push-to-push rally, you can use some placement variation, or suddenly add more spin early on. And then I can seize the initiative to attack. Or during the pushing exchange, I suddenly give a no spin push. When the return is not too spinny, making it easier for me to attack first. These are all very effective tactical combinations. Otherwise, if both players get locked into a tight pushing rally, whoever attacks first is more likely to make a mistake. So during pushing exchanges, we should still stick to looking for chances to loop. Looking for chances to attack first, you still need a proactive attacking mindset. Because we are amateur players, we should still prioritize being as proactive as possible. Having at least one strong loop looks far more impressive than only being able to push.